Be like, yo, we got this new meditating alien.
We have our third member of the podcast.
Third member of the podcast right here.
Hold him up.
Right here, guys. His name's Jackie because I got him from China. Jackie Chan. He's pretty lit.
Would people say that's racist?
How's that racist? Jackie Chan's one of my all-time heroes. He does his own stunts. He's in one of the... He's an amazing choreographer. He goes hard, too. His work ethic.
He does his own stunts.
I could go all day about how awesome Jackie Chan is. So if you say naming someone after Jackie Chan's racist, well, you're racist.
Because you got it from there, though. And that's why you named it that.
Well, yeah, because it's from China, just like my boy Jackie.
Yeah, I know. I'm just giving you shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he is really cool. He's our third member of our pod. He's going to make us reach our zen before each episode.
Meditation.
Episode 33, Jobins. What's up? Huge fights this weekend.
Huge.
Big. And you just got your fucking COVID shot vaccine.
I did. I got the first one. I'm only half done.
Which one did you get again?
I got the Pfizer vaccine.
Okay.
I got the first shot of that. I'm scheduled May 11th, 2 weeks from now, to take it. So.
And when you got the first one, were you in your car when you got it, or did you get out and go inside?
I got out and went inside. And they tell you, to keep 6 feet apart. I was pretty far away from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty spacious. And, yeah, I just went in, sat down with the doctor. They took the shot. Mm-hmm. And then I had to go to a waiting room after that. They were like, okay, now come over here, sit down. And then they wrote a time down because you got to stay there like 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Just
so, like, if you have any side effects or anything, they don't want you to drive off too early.
Did you have any?
I only had one, and it wasn't immediate. It was like the next day I got hit with like a really bad headache.
Damn.
Yeah, I had a headache, and I told you about it. I was like, oh, man, I just don't want to go out, man. I'm staying inside because I feel like shit.
Headaches are the freaking worst. I never get them, and when I like get them every once in a blue moon, and when I do get them, they're fucking bad. And they put me down. And I'm just like, and then I hear people who get them like all the time. I'm like, can you imagine getting a headache more than 2-3 times a week? Fuck that.
Straight up. And the interesting thing is, like, when I got the shot, it didn't hurt at all.
Mm-hmm.
But then my arm was really sore, like, the next day.
Yeah.
But it's gone now.
Typical. That's typical with all shots. You know what I mean?
When I got the flu vaccine, it wasn't as sore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Feels like someone really punched you in the arm?
A little bit. Yeah, it was sore to move.
Yeah. And so you get your next one in 3 weeks?
Yeah.
And that's it, right?
And that's it.
Easy.
Easy peasy, dude.
And you're still alive.
Yeah, I'm still alive, too.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. There's lots of people who are like, oh, I don't want to put anything in my body that's could give me cancer. And it's like, well, dude, we eat and drink every day on a normal basis. It's like, why would you be afraid of this?
True.
And at the end of the day, I'm just like, follow science. We're meant to carry on our species.
Mm-hmm.
We're not trying to just end this shit.
That's what I don't get. Why do people not listen to scientists? They listen to celebrities or they listen to, like, politicians. Like, when did politics become science?
Yeah.
Like, there's scientists who know shit. Okay, let's listen to them.
Yeah. And with studies, man.
Yeah.
It's just kind of weird how we study on animals and then us. It's kind of fucked. You know?
Yeah.
Those poor animals.
And what's interesting, what you said, is like studying ourselves too.
Yeah. Oh,
We're
yeah.
animals.
Yeah. Got to keep it going. So, yeah, I think I'm going to probably get it. I think I'll schedule and get it soon.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, like, then I don't have to worry about it and I don't want to spread it to anybody.
What's cool, too, is it's that, like, accessible to everyone.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you think there's going to come a point where if these things continue to happen, or even with just this one with COVID, where we have to have the cards that show we got our vaccine to do anything? Think that's already going to happen?
I don't know if that will happen, because that sounds like something that could be discriminatory, though.
Right.
For, like, people who don't, I don't know, for whatever
have
reason,
access.
can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's free, if the vaccine's free, all you got to do is go there.
There's so much to it, dude. I wish I had, like, more insight.
Isn't that, I guess it'd be against our rights, right? Because that's demanding. And then, like, what if, what's that, Black Mirror? It's a Black Mirror episode. Because then what if there is a day where it's fucking bad?
Well, like, even if you're going to get chipped and everything, too, man.
Yeah, what if being chip's a good thing? We're all freaking out, and it's, like, ended up being a really good thing.
True. You would never go missing or anything like that.
Yeah, find everyone.
The movie Castaway ended.
Yeah.
They found him.
Good movie. That's a good movie. But yeah. I'm interested to see how your second shot goes.
Yeah. Probably going to be more of a headache, I would imagine.
Yeah. It's kind of funny how James got that. What was the one?
Johnson & Johnson.
And then he literally got it, and then the next day they hold back on it.
I think that was the one you only needed to do one shot, too.
And he didn't eat that day, and he got super sick. That's crazy.
I'm sure he's probably good now, I would think.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
He said, when he came over and hung out with us for the fights, he was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Jake Paul. And then that was earlier, though. That wasn't even the same fight.
Dude, Logan Paul kind of made me sad. Did you see it? He had a new episode. It was right after the fight. Yeah.
Outside?
Yeah.
I saw it, yeah.
Yeah. He was shit-talking Ben Askren bad. Your brother just knocked him out. Now, I saw later after the pod, Jake had tweeted something on Instagram. Post something. I think he posted his tweet on Instagram.
Yeah.
Boom. Backed myself up. But he put, this guy's still talking shit. Fuck this guy. And he's talking about Ben.
Yeah.
But they were talking right after the fight on the pod, and it's Mike and George were staying quiet. But Logan, Jake, and their dad were talking mad shit. Logan was like, he's a fucking loser. Hardcore shit. And I'm like, damn.
What'd he say before that? You got to preface it. You know what I'm saying? Because at first he was like, man, I respect the guy. He did it for the money.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of seemed like he was pissed. Like he was mad about Ben getting the clout for it.
He's bitter because everyone's still dogging on Jake Paul for not fighting a real boxer yet.
You think that's it?
Mm-hmm.
Who was that? I was talking to someone, and they were like, oh, it's because, pretty much what you said, but the fact that he's scared to fight someone that's a real boxer. Do you think he's scared to fight someone that's a real boxer?
I think Max Kellerman said it, but now these guys that do basketball and shit are now talking about fights. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, Max Kellerman, who is a boxing background, but he was like, man, you got to take the easiest fights. He's doing it for the money.
Yeah.
So I agree with that sentiment. Get your dough.
Yeah.
Why fight the hardest guys when you can make bank fighting easy scrubs like Ben Askren, who's awesome, and we met him and he was cool.
Yeah, true. Because look, he was really cool. I still like Ben. I was talking to some buddies and I was like, "Oh, you're gonna?" He's talking about doing a frisbee golf celebrity tournament thing, and they were all like, "Who? I don't give a fuck about that. Who cares?" I'm like, "Damn, I still like Ben." Because he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
And that's what was cool reading the comments about the pod was that people were respecting Mike and George because they were staying quiet, not really shitting on Ben because they like Ben.
You know what, too? It's like he isn't a fair representation of MMA versus boxing because he is more one-dimensional than a lot of other guys.
Masvidal had a good point about it, how he said he just doesn't believe Ben ever respected striking. And I get behind that. It's because I feel like in Ben's defense, people didn't respect wrestling.
And he found success there.
Yeah. Where everyone was good at striking. At a time when not everyone was good at wrestling.
Even in those old days, they weren't all good at striking. Just brawls, man.
Dude, it's so crazy. The 5-second knee knocks out Ben. Let's have them fight 10 times. And how many times does that happen?
I think he beats Ben a lot of times.
You think so?
Because Ben is not... he has no stand-up. We saw that against Jake Paul.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, the Damian Maia fight was tough. Again, we've talked about that with the levels and shit.
Yeah. He's not dimensional enough to really represent the sport 100%.
It's just crazy. If he had won that fight with Masvidal, he would have been fighting for the title.
What about Nate Diaz versus Jake Paul, though? Because Nate Diaz is even smaller than Jake Paul still. So it's even still an advantage in a way, but his stand-up's better.
Dana White was throwing legal actions at him, legal paperwork. He doesn't want them to keep going after UFC fighters.
That makes sense.
Yeah. He said to go after boxers. I don't think he has a problem, really, with officially retired UFC fighters. I think for some reason Ben is still under contract with the UFC. I don't know why. Because I remember, before the fight, Ben had to get permission from Dana to be able to do the event. So I was like, why is he still under contract if he's retired? Maybe that's a thing?
That makes sense. Why wouldn't you want to keep those guys away from those sports so they can't attract any more? You know, there's people that buy scripts just to
dirty.
keep the scripts so they don't get made.
Yeah, but wouldn't you want? I guess that's just me. I'm too nice of a fucking person.
Yeah.
I would want my fighters to succeed outside of the sport after they're done.
But if they succeed outside of the sport in a different league, that doesn't make me money. Why the fuck should I do that?
But you're rolling on. You're the UFC. You got new guys. You got the new guys. He's old guy.
And these new guys need to get paid too.
Yeah.
And if they want to get paid, I need to get paid.
Yeah, it's so
and if
tough.
I need to get paid, you can't be paying my competitor.
Yeah.
My direct competitor who directly affects my pocket.
Yeah. Because I guess, if Connor left and went to Bellator.
I mean, how rich are these guys? And like, I don't want to get into that because I don't want to get attacked by any badass, powerful people.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just crazy. There's so much behind the doors of all that, of promotion, of everything that we get people like us can't even comprehend or think of.
If you're signing a contract, I feel like you can't take it personally. You know? It's all business.
Yeah. But even when you're done, your contract's over. You got your 4 fights, you're done.
Still under contract.
Oh, what the fuck? Let me go and I don't know.
How many years do I get you? Because that's how many years you're not fighting for anybody else.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but that's why you're on contract. But that's why I thought after you're retired and done, you'd be able to move on and do other shit. I didn't think you had to get permission to do shit.
So read what you sign.
Yeah.
Well, who knows how like predatory the dealings are? Again, like you said.
And independent, right?
Yeah. If you don't have a manager or something, and some guy's offering you millions of dollars for what sounds like a good deal, why wouldn't you take it?
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's get on to these fights. The press conference was today, and I watched it. You were at work, I think, still.
Mm-hmm.
But they had this little video because this is the fans are back. First event with fans. Let's go. That's exciting.
It is.
It's been over a fucking year. And I actually got a little emotional about it. It kind of hit the feels. It's like, because, we've been there. We've been to live events, 5 of them, man. And you know how it goes. When you walk in and at first there's no one there because the whole arena doesn't really fill up until the main card. Mm-hmm. Sometimes with some of our events, not until like the co-main, that's when it gets really packed. But when those lights go on and then they drop for that intro video that plays, that intro video is so electrifying. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. And then everyone's cheering, and every time like they show someone or like they show someone that's fighting that night, everyone goes crazy.
It's hype.
Yeah. When the fighters are walking, when they make their entrance and they walk to their cage and everyone's going crazy. And then it's one of the things that always blows my mind that I can't wait to experience again is when it gets quiet. The first time for my event was in Kansas City, and I remember going, what the fuck? This is we can literally hear every punch that these motherfuckers. The world got a glimpse of it with COVID, when there was no fans and it was quiet. Mm-hmm. That was your glimpse of what it's actually like to be there.
Even the main events on those COVID events are even more silent though. Too.
Oh,
it's
dude,
crazy,
right? And that's another thing when it's main event time, and then when something happens in a fight and the people go crazy. It's been deafening. You're like, oh fuck, I can't hear. You leave the arena, the ears buzzing like you were at a fucking rock concert. Dude, I swear to God, Chicago was louder than any concert I've been to.
Yeah.
It felt like it.
And it's just like, I love it when it's the knockout guys too, like Francis versus Stipe kind of shit. Like, how can you even breathe, man, when you know this monster of a man's going to kill somebody?
Dude, what if, do you think the fans are going to have, they always ask the fighters, oh, do the fans have any effect? But here we are, Masvidal and Usman. What if the fans electrify Masvidal up and he fucking wins?
That's not happening.
What if, because
there's levels.
It can electrify Usman too,
There's levels.
Yeah. That's true.
His name had a 6 days too,
Yeah. But the press conference was pretty good. The fans were in there and they were yelling louder than what the people were asking questions. Mm. It kind of even seemed like it pissed off the schmo. He was the last person to ask some questions. Oh. And he would stop saying his question because they were going too loud, and then he would try again and they'd get loud and start saying shit. He'd stop again. So I was like, oh shit, I think that's pissing off the schmo. You can't piss off the schmo. You don't piss the schmo off. You piss the schmo off, you piss me off. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But even one fan, he screamed out, "Where's Snoop Dogg's money, Dana?" And yeah, you can hear it. It was great.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, dude. It was
Is
a
Dana
lot of
gonna
fun.
pay him?
I don't know. Dana said that he's never made an illegal bet. He goes, "I've never made an illegal bet in my life." So he's not paying him.
Snoop Dogg wouldn't call it out if he wasn't true, dude.
And then, well, Dana said it on that podcast. He was on someone's podcast or a sports show or something where he was talking to people. I'd put $1 million, but he only said it there.
That.
He said he would.
Don't say that.
It's not. And then like Snoop Dogg, it was all tweets. Oh, bet $2 million, Dana. Bet $2 million, Dana. I don't think ever replied. I don't think Dana ever replied. I don't remember seeing anything about it.
Don't say you would bet. I'm on Snoop Dogg's side.
Yeah.
Pay him up.
Yeah.
Hey Dana, you got Ben Askren on contract and he had to ask permission.
Yeah.
Pay Snoop Dogg up.
Yeah.
Okay, you got enough.
Yeah. Dana's like, if I wanted to make a bet, I would just go to Vegas. Yeah. Yeah.
Dana does a lot though. That
Yeah.
guy's crazy.
Yeah. You know, right now, watching the press conference, it kind of seemed, now maybe, you know, I'm seeing it too much, looking too much into it, but it looked like it affected Usman. Like, because everyone was behind Masvidal and they were going crazy. And like when they did their stare down and he was kind of walking off, it kind of looked, that's when he looked the most like, oh, they're all for this guy. And I walked away. Now, then again, I'm probably wrong about that because he's so dominant.
He's so pissed probably at all that attention that he's going to go even harder.
Yeah.
And who's stronger?
Yeah. Masvidal just kept saying that he worked against his foot rubbing. He said that the foot rubbing was all that he had.
He's going to get taken down this time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Can't punch very hard off your back.
Yeah.
Unless you're Kevin Holland.
Yeah. Dude, it's actually a pretty good stacked main card.
Yeah.
Anthony Smith versus Jimmy Croot. That's a fun fight. Pretty tough too, you know what I mean? Anthony Smith is that guy. He has a lot of finishes, dude. A lot of impressive finishes that are violent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then he's just kind of lost a couple that's like, damn, shouldn't have lost that one.
What about Glover, though? That guy's actually came up and then beat Thiago after.
He's so good.
That was crazy.
Good. Glover's so good.
So
He's a weird human. That's a weird fighter. That's the one that just doesn't make sense.
yeah, and he's
But
older.
I love it. I love it.
Crazy.
We'll give him that one. But, yeah. The John Jones fight was, so heartbreaking.
And then you're gonna go. We'll give him that one.
No. I'm not giving him the John Jones one. The John Jones one was just.
John Jones is GOAT.
I know, but dude, they were literally sitting there just looking at each other, sitting down, having a cup of tea on the fucking octagon.
That's how good Jones is.
Yeah.
That's how good Jones
He's
is.
like, let's sit and have a cup of tea for a second and then I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Yeah, I control you.
You're nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is crazy. It is crazy how good John Jones is.
Jimmy Croot looking good though.
Jimmy
too.
Croot's a beast, dude. Sorry. I'm going with Anthony. He's bigger.
Is he though? That's cool.
Yeah. And I think he has the more experience. Anthony can get those cool submissions. You know what I mean? From kind of anywhere. I kind of have him winning by submission.
I like it.
Yeah.
I got Jimmy Croot winning.
I'm going to call guillotine. Second round. Anthony Smith.
I'm going Jimmy Croot unanimous decision.
Unanimous decision. It's only 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Smith looks good in 3 rounds.
And
he's
he's going to be looking dominated by this guy.
Yeah. I feel like it's been a minute, too, since we've seen Anthony Smith fight.
Maybe he's getting better, you know. Could have put a lot of work in.
He's a fucking monster, dude. Yeah.
They're both monsters. It's a good fight.
Yeah, 100%. And then dude, this one's kind of tough. Uriah Hall and Chris Weidman. You know this is a rematch?
Who won the first time?
Chris Weidman. And it was in the Ring of Combat.
Not even in UFC.
Not even in the UFC. In 2010. And then Chris Weidman went on to join the UFC. Uriah Hall had a couple more fights because he lost. I think he lost, and he lost his next fight against some guy. Then he won a couple. Then he got on the Ultimate Fighter. Yeah, and it's, you know what? It's weird that these guys, both of them, have been in the UFC for a long time, and we've never done this rematch. We've never gotten. They were supposed to fight a couple months ago, or maybe sometime last year, like late last year, but Weidman got COVID, so their fight fell through. Now they're fighting now. But I'm like, damn, these two have fought before, and they have never had. We've never like even talked. We've never even talked about Chris Weidman versus Uriah Hall.
Chris Weidman's always been on the levels higher than Uriah Hall.
I guess so.
He was champ, dude. He beat Anderson Silva.
Yeah, it's tough, dude, because Chris Weidman is 2-5 in his last 7, but they're all against the best guys. Where Uriah Hall, his wins are pretty good. He's on a 3-fight winning streak. Last fight was Anderson Silva, but they're not. I think the level of competition between the two, I think I'd lean towards Chris Weidman, the little tough opponents. But then again, I'm like, these past like 3 years, I'm pretty sure it's been that Uriah Hall's been on the winning side and doing and looking better, whereas Chris Weidman's been going down. You know what I mean? So I'm going Uriah Hall by decision. This is a tough one though, because I feel like they both can knock each other out.
I feel like if it's going by decision, I would give it to Chris Weidman, but I don't see it going that way just because he'd probably grind him out a bit more.
With the wrestling?
And his grappling's a bit better. He's
That's
even got
what
the
I'm worried
wrestling
about.
tat.
I'm worried about the wrestling, but I feel like Uriah could get up, and he's got a good defense on the back for Chris Weidman.
He can knock him out before he even takes him down.
Yeah.
I got Uriah Hall first round.
Oh, you're going Uriah Hall too?
Uriah Hall first round knockout.
Okay. I didn't know you were going to go. I thought you were picking Chris Weidman.
Chris Weidman's not ready for what's coming.
You know, but he's backed into a corner, man. That's when I get, you know me. I fear guys when they're backed into a corner.
What about Curtis Blades? He was backed against a corner.
Yeah.
He did one move that he had to shoot to.
Dude, Chris Weidman, and he said that it was interesting. He said he put himself in uncomfortable situations, and that's what they all do.
You have to.
You put yourself in an uncomfortable position every fight, dude. But maybe way more. But that made me concerned. I was like, oh man. And he kind of looked he's looked a little rough before it weigh-ins, but he looked a little rough to me. Well, not the official weigh-ins, those are tomorrow, but at the stare downs, I mean.
You talking about Weidman?
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see.
He just looked a little rough.
He's gonna lose.
Yeah. Yeah, I got Uriah Hall by decision. Valentina Shevchenko, dude, 3 title fights. For all the fans back, and they did a good card. Sean was like, why am I not excited for this? I'm not that excited for this. And I think it's just because, A, we've already seen the outcome in the main event, right? But then he was like, oh, you're not going to they're all shitting on me. Like, oh, you're not going to give Masvidal a chance? And I'm like, we'll see. We'll see. But I just think that's the real reason that everyone's not that excited for this card.
Yeah.
Because it's, in my opinion, it's a good card. And these women fights are sick. Valentina Shevchenko versus Jessica Andrade.
Yeah.
At the stare downs, I thought Jessica would be a little smaller than what she was compared to Valentina.
She's still probably smaller and got a bit of a disadvantage there.
Yeah, but dude, she has good wrestling. And that she has good pressure. But Valentina,
good defense.
Dude, and she's so good at being at range for all of her strikes at every moment. That range shit, dude, with her kicks. We saw her kick that fucking head off in Chicago.
She's a good fighter too, man. One of the best behind.
Oh my god.
Behind our girl Amanda.
When you kick someone's head off and then do a fucking dance, you're a fucking killer.
Yeah.
Fucking dancing and shit while the person's dead. Jesus is talking to him and they're fucking dancing. Dude.
It's a good dance. I like it.
Oh, it's a fucking death dance.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fucking
You need
death
something
dance.
to stand out, dude. Like Habib's, hat that he was, but that's religious.
Dude,
thing,
when
I guess,
Stipe took out DC for the second time and then danced, that was great. Or maybe that was the second time, their rematch, when he did his dance, another death dance. Yeah, but let me know who you got, Valentina Shevchenko or Jessica Andrade.
I got Shevchenko by man, I got her by decision, winning, just outranging her and not getting taken down and really just controlling it.
I think it's decision too, just because Jessica Andrade is pretty tough, and she's looked pretty good in the division so far. So I think it's the decision as well. I'm a little worried about that wrestling. What if and new decision, Jessica Andrade? That'd be crazy. I'd be upset.
Henry Cejudo, man, he beat Demetrius Johnson. I never thought that would happen.
Yeah. Right?
So,
That was crazy. That was crazy shit.
and if you want to go even further, I think he's having an even crazier career than
Mm-hmm.
Demetrius Johnson.
Henry still upsets me because it's like, dude, why did you retire? And then talk. I know, but then talk all the shit.
Yeah. You don't want to fight bad fights, man. It's a Jake Paul move.
I would like to see Henry fight Alexander Volkanovski, but I think he ruined that for himself. I think if he would have defended the higher belt one time and then had let Alexander fought the Max thing and the Bryan thing, there it was. And then you would have been the first 3-time champ, which would have been even crazier. And a fight between Henry and Alex, people like to dog. People hate Colby Covington and they hate Henry Cejudo. And this is all because of their attitude. At the end of the day, they're fucking badass. And they're amazing fighters.
Agreed.
You can't deny it. It upsets me when people hate Colby Covington so much and they say he's like shit. It's like, no, he's a fucking good fighter. That's why I got Usman dominating Masvidal again. Because Colby Covington is we need to see Colby versus Masvidal. Because I'm telling you what, Brenden, Colby wrecks Masvidal.
I agree.
And that's why it's so like Usman's going to have his way Saturday night. The only difference in this fight is Masvidal gets to say, oh, I got a full training camp. That's all he's got to say. And because he got dominated the first fight.
Mm-hmm. And it's just like he's going to come up with that, I don't like guys that fight. I'm an exciting blockbuster guy.
He was rubbing my foot and it was kind of weird.
Yeah. It's like, hey.
Don't let him rub your foot. That's what he kept saying at the press conference. I got something this time that's not going to let him rub my foot. I love Masvidal. He's a fucking badass fighter and he's really good. Again, that's why it shows Masvidal how fucking good he is. But I just don't think he had enough time to really advance.
Jake Paul beats him in a boxing match.
Oh.
Jorge Masvidal. I'm calling it now. I'm stamping
That would
it.
break my heart.
I'm stamping it.
I would that's when I would be like, okay, this man has to die. Someone has to take Jake Paul out. But I got Masvidal on that. I got Masvidal.
Can't do kicks.
Dude, his hands, his backyard fighting.
It's not
His
gonna help him.
dude, no, Masvidal's got that in the bag.
No.
I would comfortably bet like $500 on that.
I would too.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope it happens.
Me too.
I hope it
I'll
happens.
bet you when it happens immediately.
I'll bring up this
'Cause guess
fucking
what?
podcast.
Jake Paul's a genius, and he picks smart fights, and that's why we hate him, because he picks smart
he ain't
fights.
picking no Masvidal. That's the fight he running
It's the
away
smartest
from.
fight he could pick.
They trained. He already he was already like, Masvidal, teach me everything you know. Yeah.
So I can see what you do.
Yeah, go to the dark side and betray you.
I just need to know your techniques and stuff. What your tells are.
Yeah. Nah.
What's best tape instead of training with somebody?
Let us know. Masvidal, Jake Paul. Let us know.
100.
Let us know. Yeah. All right. Now, dude, this is probably the one I'm most excited for. Rose Namajunas and Zhang Wei Li.
Zhang Wei Li, yeah.
I hate that I butcher that. She doesn't deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
She's a gangster, dude. She's a fucking gangster. But let me tell you this. I got Rose.
Really?
Huh? You got Wei Li?
Oh, man, that's a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go Wei Li. I'm leaning towards Wei Li.
The reason I think so is Rose beat Joanna. Next. She was beating Andrade, and then Andrade almost killed her. Thank God she lived, and then she was a gangster. Rose was a thug. What'd she do? Fuck that. Give me that fight back. Got it back. Won. And now here we are. And all she has done is taken out Rose's people that she's already taken out. Nothing more.
She can kick too, man.
Yeah.
She can strike too.
I think this is I'm picking this one submission. I'm thinking Rose submits her.
I like that call, though.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
because I think Rose is a good counter striker and a good striker with distance and shit again. She's got good kicks. She hits like she's a hard hitter. The other girl hits hard. She's fast, right? And she puts on good pressure. So I'm thinking, okay, Rose will handle that pretty well, but it's gonna get crazy, and that's when I think that Rose will take her to the ground and submit her.
You know what scares me though is just like the eye test of like athletes. Like Zhang Weili just looks like that athlete caliber, like Valentina Shevchenko and Amanda Nunes. Like
She's scary.
Like I almost put her in that like triple threat. You know?
Yeah.
Where like
She could take out probably some flyweights, bro.
that reach and size of Rose though is nice, but like I don't know, she got a soft body. Like I don't think of her as like an athlete, but she is an athlete.
It's weird.
She's an athlete, but like
She looks like a gangster. She looks like one of those like, oh, there's one of those thug kids that you just like, they're gonna kick your ass if you fuck with them.
Yeah.
Huh.
But I think Zhang Weili runs a 40 faster than Rose does.
Yeah.
Just like off athleticism.
Dude, Rose has surprising good cardio though.
True.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And coordination.
Yeah,
like
dude.
she can strike.
Yeah.
Man.
I think she's got more weapons.
I respect that.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be the fight. It potentially could be the fight of the night. I think.
To me, it's just like I don't want to compare basketball, but I am. It's like if Rose is a basketball player, she's James Harden, and if Zhang Weili's a basketball player, she's freaking LeBron James with like just athleticism, dude.
What? Because she's the first Chinese champion?
I look at muscles, man, and I see
She's
strength,
rock
and
solid.
I see strength.
She's got good core strength.
She's got good strength everywhere, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and they show her training. It's like, oh my god.
So
She would kick my ass.
Mhm.
It's impressive. And I'm a big fan of her. I like her. I like both the girls. It's really hard.
It'd be fun. It's gonna be a great fight.
It's gonna be a great fight. Please, nothing happen from fucking Thursday to Saturday.
I hope Rose wins, so I look stupid. I really do. I think it'd be cool. I like being like,
Dude,
wow.
I could be wrong. Watch her fucking just beat Rose's ass. It's been a minute since Rose has fought, I think. When was that Jessica Andrade fight? Was it last year?
Yeah, I think so. Something
think so.
like that.
So it's been a little minute, but I feel like it's been a minute for Weili.
Yeah. That's exciting. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. I think we're going to see the old Rose back. I think she's back to being fine and motivated.
Mm-hmm.
That Connor shit really fucked her up. And it was kind of cool because she was standing next to Jessica Andrade at the weigh-ins. And they had to sit next to each other and then stand next to each other. It's like, damn, that's a potential trilogy fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're still they're 1-1. So
I'm excited.
yeah. All right, main event time. Usman and Masvidal. You already know I'm going Usman.
Same.
Yeah.
How you got him winning?
Well, he's talking about his striking. He says that that's his most underrated thing, and he's been talking, saying that the reason he's even giving Masvidal the fight is because he wants to finish him. So it would be really fucking cool if Usman stuck to that. Usman was knocking guys out before. That's when you became a big fan. That's when you were first like, ooh, this guy's really good.
They weren't Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah, I know, but he had that one where that fucking right was just straight, knocked that dude cold out. It was good. It was good.
And Jorge gonna be like,
Yeah.
looking for the takedown. Boom. Drop.
Masvidal's got good, dude. It's just since the last time was this kind of a snoozer and upsetting. That's where I'm like, okay, what's gonna happen again? Because Usman's a smart fighter. And if Masvidal starts doing shit, what's he going to do?
He's a really smart fighter.
Yeah.
It's like the Jake Paul of MMA. I'm kidding. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Hot take.
Watch Jake Paul just be amazing and beat every single person they put in front of him, and then he starts fighting actual boxers, and he beats them too.
Yeah.
And we're just like, hey, everyone's got a dream and can do it, right? Why not?
I think if he got into any kickboxing, though, he'd be seriously in trouble by any just normal MMA fighter.
Yeah. Oh, Woodley wants him in the cage now. Woodley doesn't want to box him.
Oh, in the cage? That's okay.
Yeah.
He'd wreck him.
Yeah.
Ben would have wrecked him in that case.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. 100%. Maybe that's why they were still talking shit on him. Because they knew, they're like, oh, yeah, we beat him in the boxing ring, but Ben can still beat us in the cage.
True.
There's still that ego problem. Because I'm still upset about that. He really, go back and watch it. He really shit on.
Don't get your ass
Ben.
beat like
he
that.
He had Ben on the pod. They were good. They were friendly and friends. And
the guy took the fight.
If
man.
I'm Ben, I'd be like, man, I'm gonna go on my pod and talk some shit. Now I'm fighting Logan.
He'd get wrecked.
Yeah,
by
I don't
Logan,
care.
too.
I don't care. Another big paycheck. And then maybe
You know
we'll see
what?
instead of seeing a bloated Ben. Ben showed up like a fucking substitute teacher, dude.
100.
I was rewatching some fights, highlights. He looked good in all his fights, dude. He did not look good for that Ben for the boxing match. And then there was this funny meme. It's Michael Jordan holding his trophy after he won. You know that famous one?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was Jake Paul after he beat Ben Askren in boxing.
Yeah.
Or beat three guys that couldn't box. Yeah.
The best part, because it really gets to them, too.
Oh, yeah, dude.
So it's even funnier.
Yeah, that one would, I'd be like, oh, damn, they got me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's see what our fucking picks are, man. I hope these are good fights.
Yeah.
Good pod. Everyone, episode 33. Let's see how they go.
Let's get it.
Have a good one.
Good night.